Hi, I'm Todd Heitkamp, the owner of Dakota Angler here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with this week's 2-minute fishing report. Well, folks, Mother Nature definitely threw us a good old curveball this past weekend with snow reappearing in many areas of eastern South Dakota and the tri-state area. And if it wasn't for the snow, it was also the rain, the wind, the cold, you name it, made it for a very raw weekend. And it really limited the number of people that were going out this past weekend. But honestly, the folks that went out there had some decent success. There wasn't many, but some walleyes were being caught around the area. Up in the northeastern part of the state, some of the lakes that produced walleyes included Bitter, Wabae, Indian Springs, Dry Lake by Clark, Enemy Swim, as well as Reed. Then down here in the southeastern part of the state, the lakes that have been producing walleyes continue to do so. And those are 81 Ponds, Thompson, Ponset, Henry, Sinai, Brant, Madison, Henry WPA, Island, also Whitewood, and a lot of people thought Whitewood was dead, but still a lot of people are catching some nice walleyes out of there lately. And then also Vermilion and Twin, and remember Twin is the trophy lake. Now, how have guys been using, or what have guys been using to catch those walleyes? Mainly a lot of jigs and minnows, jigs and live bait in other words. Also jigs and twister tails and jigs and swim baits, and that seems to be the best presentation lately, and we'll talk about that in Todd's Tackle Tips. Other than that, other than the lakes, the Missouri River continues to do real well up and down the river, and what guys are doing there is mainly using jigs and minnows. A few guys are pulling bottom bouncers and also pulling plugs, but the best presentation right now seems to be jigs and minnows. In this week's version of Todd's Tackle Tips, we're going to talk about swim baits because that's what a lot of guys have been using this spring so far and having quite a bit of success. And there's still a lot of people that really don't utilize them. And honestly, the past couple of years, it has really exploded with the number of different swim baits that are out there. One of them that have continued to be very popular are the Walleye Assassins. We sell a lot of them throughout the entire year. Northland has their version of their swim baits, and also Berkeley Power Baits. The ripple shafts have been also very popular the past couple of years. And now the last year, Storm came out with a 360 surge bait. That proved to be very popular. Now this year they came out with a new version called the Swimmer. The beauty of the Swimmer is that it has a bill or a lip on the jig head itself, so it will stay at a certain depth, typically between 5 and 7 feet. And it's a great bait for this time of year and also in the fall, but to throw up into the shallow depths of many of our lakes around the area. So again, the surge baits have been very good, but now with the Swimmer, with that being able to control that depth, I think it is a game changer for many of us around the area. So I encourage you to stop on by and take a look at the new 360 surge bait by Storm called the Swimmer. Now it's time to take a look at a few photos that you sent in to me this past week. And remember, folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report, please send it to me. Send it to todd@dakotaangler.com or post it to our Facebook wall. And if I use your photo, your name will be entered into a monthly drawing for a $25 gift certificate. And folks, before we end this week's report, I want to remind you of our changing inventory. It constantly changes all the time. And I'm proud to say that I think we have the best selection of tackle around, including many of the box stores. Many of the box stores have their own brands. Honestly, we pride ourselves in having many of the things that those box stores don't have. And so stop on in if you've never been here before, or even if you have. You're always welcome back, obviously, but if you've never been here before, stop on by and check us out. Or you can also check us out on the web at dakotaangler.com. And I want to thank all of those that participated in this past weekend's Hot Buy weekend with the Authentics Plastics. A lot of people took advantage of that great sale. We're going to have another great sale, another Hot Buy coming up this weekend. So pay attention to all our social media, whether or not it's Facebook, Instagram, also Twitter, and then also Snapchat. Those will be the best ways to stay up to date on some of the Hot Buys coming up. Well, folks, that's this week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report. For Dakota Angler, I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on! We'll see you next time, and again, thanks for watching.